Is my slide up there?
Yep.
Can you just throw the whole thing up? Now, in order for you to listen to me, I'm going to say something quickly about this slide so that you will then look at me, because you're not right now. At the end of this year, we will have decreased suicide to SPLY, which is same period last year, by about 40% based on where we're at and hopefully without any other deaths in the next 4 or 5 days. 40% in 1 year. That's not chance, okay? That's not, sometimes when you do initiatives or agencies have an incremental decrease, they write it up like we did all this and, you know, it was chance. This is not chance. And first I want to say that this program came from the work of, from Sally's group. Bought her stuff 2 years ago, and we're seeing the results today. We weren't doing suicide prevention goals and initiatives prior to this year. So we're seeing the benefits from a very intensive and purposeful action this year. So what was that? Everybody says, how did you do that? You know, this is, we are 600,000 employees, United States Postal Service. For those of you who are here and in this country, think about it. Every house, every day, everywhere. It's huge. And sometimes you'll see, because we can tend to be in the news a lot for something I don't want to talk about, but because we can be in the news and you may see that number, I'm saying 600,000, a little bit lower, like almost closer to 500,000. But that's because that's career employees. But the EAP is available for career and non-career employees. Now, I want to tell you how we did this. First of all, we looked at existing elements. I think sometimes when you try and create something and you do it by, okay, well, let's form a group here and there. Since 2001, in each of our districts, we have 67 districts. That's just, you know, how they've kind of laid it out throughout the country. I feel like I need to stand on a phone book. Sorry. I'll stand on my high shoe. But sometimes, you know, looking at existing elements, since 2001, we have had in each of our 67 districts an employee advisory committee. And what this advisory committee is comprised of are 4 National Association of Letter Carriers. So we're highly unionized. 4 NALC reps, 4 APWU reps. APWU is American Postal Workers Union, and 4 management. So this group, their goal was to promote the EAP. So they'd come up with, you know, different things. And through the years, they've kind of gotten a little stale. So we said, let's take this element and let's really use them so that in each district there's it's like a grassroots, you know, grassroots effort. Everybody's going to do something different because we obviously did not want them creating the material because they're lay people. So we created, well, we've given them over 50 things by now, but we created a number of different elements and we gave them to them. And we said, you create, you mix and match, you Mickey Mouse, how you can best use this in your district. Because this 12 group of people, you know, have different contacts, they know their district, they know what works, they know kind of what's a good, you know, let's use this media outlet, let's use this venue. And that was a way of really empowering them. And I'm going to tell you, what they did just totally blew us away. Now, like a lot of certainly like what can happen when something comes from headquarters. If I had said, in working with our EAP, every DAC, that's our District Advisory Committee, every DAC do this, you just don't get the same sort of energy behind that. So they came up with things that we wouldn't have thought of. They came up with things I didn't know what they were. Somebody said they sent, we asked them to send some things in, and they said they sent out all the information in a blue bag. And I'm going, what is that? Well, I've been in the Postal Service for 10 years, and I'm still not kind of postalized to all the acronyms. Let me say this. An ELM will never be a tree to me again, because the ELM is the Employee Labor Manual. And everybody talks about the ELM all the time. So was that a 1 minute thing? Oh, wow. We really want to work towards a paradigm shift. We're going to keep on doing what we're doing, and we're going to do it more. I met with Sally a few months ago. She gave us some great ideas. We're going to get some feedback and keep going. I wanted to do one thing outside of the work that we're doing, and I wanted to tell you, I met Sally in July. It's only September. And I wanted to tell you how this came about. It was after March, and I was wanting to send something out to all the HR managers, and I was like, is it April and May that are the highest months of suicide, or is it March, April, May? So I just looked on the internet, found a number for Sally, had no idea, called it. She picked it up, was in a break during a conference, talked with me about it, and said, I'm coming to DC in June, can I come see you? So through that, Sally, you've helped me more than you know, and I call it serendipity that you picked up that phone that day, because you will help us as we continue very, very much in the future. So I've gotten the stop sign many times, so thank you.